Okay, we are again. Why do I keep saying we? It's only me here. um, yeah, this is just it's going to be very informal, and I don't really have a topic for this live stream. It's just, I mean, it's Halloween still. Okay, it's 5:30 in the morning here in Norway, but probably some people are still up in the USA and Canada and so on. Maybe some of you are celebrating Halloween still. And so I thought, okay, let's do a live stream and put Halloween in the title. But I don't have a costume, as you can see. Even though in some parts of the world I could show up like this and people would think I'm in a costume. So, yes, hello to everyone who are joining right now. Exciting times. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about, really. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. By the way, you have to be a subscriber to join the chat. Now, let's see. Question here: what pagan holidays are celebrated during this time of year? Well, in my part of the world, we have Alpha Blut, which is, I mean, directly translated, it would be offering to the elves. That's the direct translation of that word, I guess. And you have, well, it goes back to, well, Halloween is, I'm not an expert on this because I'm not an expert on every pagan, every sort of paganism out there, of course. But Halloween today is like this mixture of Christian and different pagan celebrations, and mixed in with a lot of commercialism and so on. Trick or treat, yes. Green-eyed lady, trick or treat. So, and I'm not so, let people do what they want when it comes to things that are as benign as this. It's for the kids, and there are people who think that, oh, it's satanic and so on. No, just relax a little bit. It's just the kids going trick or treat. So, but this year, as last year, there were no kids at my house. I live in a sort of the end of a dark road, and they probably think that it's no, it's not. Are we getting someone saying it is satanic? No, it's not. Come on. Let's not go to the everything I don't understand is satanic thing. No. It's just silly. But anyway, I live at the end of a dark road, no street lights, and maybe the kids are scared. There's a strange man living up there at the edge, at the end of the dark road. But yeah, no, it's not that horrible. So yeah, exciting times, exciting days. We are heading towards a state of frenzy and insanity more than usual in the USA. Yeah, sorry, Angela. Yes, of course, it's some mine, in Celtic beliefs. Yes, of course. That's probably the biggest. My uneducated uh, opinion is that it's probably mostly inspired by that, the Celtic one. Yeah, so election coming up in the USA, people are going crazy, and YouTube is very dominated by people having opinions and so on about the election. So let's talk about that a little bit. I will say that Trump has not disappointed as a comedian lately. I found it very funny when he was driving that garbage truck. That was funny. As a response to Biden's comment on Trump voters being trash, which is, some people would say that that's a little bit disrespectful. For me as a Norwegian, we don't say things like that here. It's just not okay, and many of the things that Trump has said and will be saying is also not okay to say here. It's not okay. So I'm much more neutral now than I was the last time and the time before that. So I'm not saying I am neutral, but it's like I'm not as invested in all of that. And if you want to know why, it's because I think, without knowing, how could I know? I don't live in the USA. I mean, but I think, and I might be wrong, but I think that to me, it seems like Trump is much more a part of the system now than before. And I think he was never not part of the system, but he's very much part of the Christian conservative, all of that now. And I think he's a little, I feel that he's a little bit not very comfortable with that, but it's needed to have the support of the whole Republican side, I think. No. Angela did a political ad pop up. For which one was it? I suppose it was for the people in the USA. Was it the Democrats or the Republicans? I'm interested in whoever pays the most to YouTube, I guess. Oh, hi there, Mr. Sorpos. It's windy. Yes, it's windy out in the woods right now. Are you out in the woods right now on your way to work on your bike? Let me know. Let's see. Oh, you are. Yes. Well, that's awesome. Are you just taking a break? That little lake, since you are typing here. Angela says, I tune it out at this point. There are so many political ads, I don't pay attention and skip them. Yeah. Yeah, but I guess they are. I guess they are putting all the rest of their money, obviously, into the ads and all of that now, because it's just 4 more days now, or 5. Who do you think is going to win? Let me know. Not who you want to win, but who do you think is going? Let's put it this way: who do you think is going to become the next president? Mark, notice I changed the words there. Trump, yeah. I've spoken with some of friends and family, and most of them say Trump, and not because they are Trump supporters, but it seems like most people think Trump is going to be the president. Yeah, well, black pigeon pilled. No, I guess I'm a very lazy heathen. I'm very, very lazy. I'm like, if I was a Christian, I would be the Christian who don't go to church. So, Nordic pagans, they go to blots and so on. I'm not really. I don't do that, but not because I'm against it, because I'm a little bit lazy, I guess, when it comes to such things. Yeah. So yeah, but let's stick to the topic. It should have been Halloween. I didn't get to do any tricks. I want to go trick and treating, but I am an adult now, so yes, Angela, there are these podcasts that the Trump campaign, they've been using those in a very intelligent way, I think. And I think maybe the Democrats, they didn't really understand the importance of the so-called alternative media. Yeah, I should be president. Yes, I agree. No, just kidding. Just kidding. So no, I wouldn't want that. But if I was president, I would change a lot of things. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a libertarian. So a lot of people would hate me, especially the Americans. I could be president, dictator of the entire planet. Yes, that would be, yeah, that's what I want. I'm just kidding. I hope you all understand that. Yes, the national anthem would be some Norwegian black metal song from the 90s. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, but anyway, well, thank you. You would vote for me. Just Jos, class there. No, seriously, I think it's interesting. The people who want power are not the ones you want to have power. Thank you, Mike, and thank you for the donation. I'll use it in my campaign for becoming a world dictator. Yes. And I think that the people who don't really want that power are the kind of people you would want in that position. When it comes to Trump, that's my biggest worry. He seems to be a little bit, quite a lot of full of himself, and I think he really, really enjoyed having that power, which can be said about the other side as well. But, you know, that's just how it goes these days. Well, J.L., thank you. You went here to Norway. You came to Norway for a NATO exercise back in the 90s. Beautiful, clean country filled with intelligent and friendly people. Thank you. Yeah, most people are nice here. It's yeah. I would do not disagree. So let's see here. To become the magic in the castle, I think that to become, honestly, I think that to become Prime Minister of Norway, you need to be part of the system, very much part of the system. Pedro is watching in Guadalajara, Mexico. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I did my best. The Mr. Love Good Times says, I think I have Borrelia. Well, you have to go and have a blood test done then. It can be treated, Well, yes, good points there, Angela. Yes. I didn't know that Kamala had been on podcasts. There you go. If they had done things better, marketing and all that, I would have known. And you're writing that Trump knows how to play up to the audience as an entertainer. Yeah. Borrelia is a disease you can get from ticks. Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. I have no plans to try to become Prime Minister of Norway. No. Yeah, JL. Yes, it seems like Trump is a better job now. I'm sure that Norwegian mainstream media would have let me know if he had said something horrible, yeah, Kim, I know because they will misunderstand the people they don't like on purpose. That's how it goes. But yeah, also he's older. He's not as edgy, maybe. Angela is asking about how Halloween is celebrated in Norway. So let's talk about that a little bit. It's the first I will say is that it's a very new thing. When I was a kid, Halloween was like we had barely heard about it. So it's been around for a few years now, but and it's become quite big. and it's the commercialism that has made it big. And it's celebrated not really it's not a public holiday, of course. So the kids dress up and they walk around and they ask for candy, sweets. And that's basically it. I guess people who don't have to go to work the day after, they go to some Halloween party. I've been to a Halloween party once, many years ago, and that's about it. But it's not really a big celebration. It's mostly for the kids, Maybe it will. It seems to be kind of gaining popularity more and more. Green-Eyed Lady, no, I don't watch anything on that has Joe Rogan in it. Let's hear. Yeah, I think JL. I think the kids have a lot of fun, and it's the usual criticism, about the commercialism, and I get it. We don't have to, buy a new costume every year for the kids and so on. But also, it's like, let the kids have fun. It's if they want to dress up as, I don't know, someone Star Wars or whatever movie is popular at the moment, let them do that. And it does create a lot of waste, I guess. Last year's costumes and decorations and so on, but so I guess it's about finding a balance there. You can reuse costumes and so on. You can make costumes. Let's see. I'm just looking at the chat now to see if there's something I missed. Oh yeah, Angela. Yes, yes. We normally there are these pumpkin carvings. A lot of people buy pumpkins and with a candle inside. I think that most of those were at least. I don't know when it started. The weather, it's really windy outside, as Mr. Sorpos said. So I think that the wind blew out the candles during the evening. Let's see. Oh, Justin Kittle. Justin Kittle, I thought for a moment that it was one of these bots or spam comments. It's not. I get it, but did you know that there are a lot of that going on? I should probably say it on the main channel, actually. I am not in the comments. I am not in the comments trying to sell cryptocurrency, solar panels, and what have you. That's not me. It's people stealing my logo and my using my name, and they're trying to trick people into going to some website, you know. That's why I have blocked the on all my channels I see this, and that's why I have blocked the you can't post URLs, website addresses, because if I allowed that, you can change that in the settings, so I made it so that you can't post website addresses, because if they have the opportunity to do that, it will, the amount of spam will be just incredible. And I kick them out if I see it, but when you have like 8,000 comments on a video, I'll probably not see them, you know. And now, of course, we have people stealing my videos and cutting out the parts that they take things out of context, use it to promote their own online courses and whatever. So I should probably say on the main channel and a few times that I have no affiliation with those people. So and there is actually a mystery, Halloween mystery for you guys, a Halloween mystery. Have you seen these comments? And many video creators are talking about them. It's just a number of names. Like it could be John, Angela, I saw your name there. John, Angela, Marcus, a number of names. That's the whole comment. And there are lots of theories why these comments appear. Nobody really knows for sure, but I've seen them too. It's a bit of a mystery right now. And the theory that most people believe to be true is that it's some kind of system or bots. No, they're not saying hello to a number of commenters. It's just, you can see that it's been artificially made. It's not like a person sitting there writing that. And also the logo, there will be no logo on that. So yeah, it's a bit of a mystery, that one. Let's see. Vanitas 35. You think it's connected to the dead internet theory? That's interesting. Yes, Angela. Yeah, and thank you for moderating, by the way. One theory is that these are bots trying to find names that are blocked or something like that. And why, we don't know. It's strange. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think that let's keep the let's not talk about people being sacrificed and so on. It's like, I, it, what? Um, but anyway, yeah, Halloween again. Topic for this live stream. I think that Halloween should be fun. Let's not get too much into the. Let's not make it too serious. As I said, Halloween is for the kids. They get to dress up and they can be their favorite movie superhero or something like that, or something spooky, you know. And for kids, it's a way to kind of explore those things that they would normally be a little bit scared about, you know. Um, and maybe it's a way to approach their fears. Just me rambling here a little bit, but uh, maybe the same as with horror movies. Uh, what do you think? I mean, but also, you know, it's like kids, they don't, in most cases, kids, they have no, they've never experienced death, you know. It's, well, in their family, most kids, you know, most kids still have the grandparents and so on, and it's a very strange concept to most kids, as it should be. um, so it's that as well. It's, I mean, I would guess you wouldn't want to dress up as a ghost 1 month after your one of your parents passed away. I would think. So, you know, but okay. Let's see. Angela, if I was going to dress up, what would I dress up as? I don't know. Hmm. Well, I could dress up as a Viking, but that's not really dressing up the way I see it. Um, it's more a natural thing. Uh, Maybe a pirate. I want to be a pirate. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would dress up as a pirate. Um, yeah. I could be Blackbeard, you know, the notorious Blackbeard. Um, yeah. Or whatever. um, so let's see. I have actually, Nat, I have been a werewolf. That was that party. I went as a werewolf, actually. I remember that now. And the fun thing, it's a fun story. This was many, many years ago, and I had a rubbish car. And my car broke down on the way back from the party. Yeah. So I had to get out, dressed as a werewolf to sort all of that out by the side of the road. Um, yeah. So that was fun. I would have taken off my glasses, but I can't see the chat from here if I do. Um, so Okay. Yes. Yes, it was. It was not. It's funny now, but it wasn't so fun back then, you know. But anyway, if I heard of Bigfoot, yes. Um, I haven't seen any Bigfoot out in the woods here. I haven't seen anything out of the normal in the woods ever. I've never heard anything that is not the sound of an animal. Everything is completely natural. So that's the boring answer. I think that a lot of these myths about spooky things in the forest, they have their origin in city folks, if I can use that term, going out in the woods, and they don't, you know, if they hear a deer scream, you know, if they hear the fox during the middle of the night, uh, and it can sound scary, you know, then their imagination goes off, and it's a murderer, or it's a ghost, or it's some kind of horrible creature. Um, um, so yeah, the scariest thing I've had happened to me in the woods is, and I've told this story before, I think. I was camped by a little lake, and I was sleeping in my tent, uh, and I heard it was like a witch hissing, like really close to my head, like someone um, lying down on the ground and hissing towards me. Yeah. And I woke up and I had to look. It was a duck. It was a duck. Um, so that's, you know, I had camped at the side of the lake, and they probably got upset with me being camped at the spot where they used to sleep, I guess. And one of the ducks got annoyed and hissed at the tent, you know. So yeah. Now the ducks will hiss as well when they're upset. Um, yeah. Uh, a duck witch instead of a sandwich. Yes. Yeah, yeah. So no, I don't believe in anything supernatural, and I think that no, it's not popular. I've discovered it's not a popular opinion to have. But no, I don't. I don't. So, um, let's see here. uh, oh, the hair blowing in the wind. Yeah, it's lichen. Is that what you call it? Um, some people call it old man's beard, and it looks like gray hair. Um, no, I've never even I've never even seen trolls in the woods. I have seen some trolls in society in general. You have the trolls in the comment section. You also have people who look a little bit like trolls, I must say. Um, Yeah. Yeah, Rebecca, you have you're Appalachian, and you have a lot of scary wood stories to keep the flatlanders away. Yeah. Yes. I think that if you believe in these things that defy physics and biology, um, if you believe in that, it should also change your priorities in life. Because then you believe that there is another world or a supernatural. There are people existing in a supernatural way out there, or that there are creatures that are not bound by physics. Um, and I happen not to believe that. I do not believe in that. And I think actually it's important to not believe in that. I think it can be a hindrance to outdoors life if you believe in all sorts of scary stories, and they're usually set to the woods. And well, the consequence could be that you don't go out in the woods alone. So yeah. So yeah, that was a duck. Not a witch, but a duck. Yes. uh, yes, Andrew, absolutely. Romanticizing the supernatural, that's absolutely a thing. And yeah. No, I think so. Meaning no disrespect here, but I think that I think that it's also closely. I mean, believing in the supernatural is also closely linked to believing in some kind of religion. And because religion very often, not always, but very often is, again, I'm not being disrespectful here. I'm just trying to state some facts here. Like the Christian religion, it does mean that you have to believe in something that defies physics, right? Because you have to believe that a dead person became alive again. And that defies physics, right? So, yeah. Yes, the Odin statue behind me there. Thank you for noticing. For me, I think being heathen, or I usually say heathen because that means connected to the land. Pagan can be, being a pagan can be for some people like almost like being into kind of dogmatic religion. Well, no, science is not a religion. It's not science is a method. It's not a belief system. But for me, it's symbolism. It's identity. Do I believe in a life after death? Well, what does believe mean? I hope. I want it to be so, and I want my conscience to live on. Are we getting into the? Please, people. Science is a method. It's not a belief system. You're getting confused by the people who used science as a word to promote their business. So, yeah. So it doesn't mean that science is a religion or that it's. I know Christian people, they like to say that, but it really isn't, because it will change when new and better evidence is presented. Then it changes. And when you have people saying things like trust science, it's like, what? That's science. You shouldn't trust the science. You should distrust and question science. That's how science works. It's a method. I guess back to the time when the scientists, I'm provoking people now. It's insane how it works. It's also very sad. But back in the days when the scientists, they said that the Earth is flat, it was dangerous to present evidence that show that the Earth is I'll try to use the right word, sphere around, rund, a globe. It was dangerous. And they would probably have said back then, trust the science, trust the science. And science says that the Earth is flat, Now we know that, and it's obviously proven that it's a sphere. So yeah, but anyway. Eddie Crowley. If a person has seen something that defies physics, how do you explain it? Well, I guess logically speaking, that would be either a what's the word? Someone imagining something that is not real, or something happening that we can't explain with science, with a scientific method yet. It's not like science has gotten us to understand the full extent of everything. We're at some level, but we don't understand everything, and we never will. So yeah, and maybe science would, applying the scientific method would mean that if there are evidence, I'll try to get it right, okay? If there is if the grammar as well, if there is evidence that can be repeated under controlled circumstances in an experiment time after time, you get the same result. And that result shows, for instance, that there exists something that most people would call ghosts. Then science will have proven that there is such a thing as ghosts. But I doubt it. You might disagree, and that's okay, but I doubt it. Canadian Spider-Man. Yes, good point there. Just because we don't have answers for stuff doesn't mean it's supernatural. Yes. Green-eyed lady says sometimes science is wrong or misinformation, like during the cough. Yes, but also I would say that was not science we saw there. That was greedy corporations making a lot of money, and they called it science. The real scientists, and I'll try to be careful because I'm also using, basically all these platforms are part of these corporations now. They I won't even finish the sentence. You know how it goes. Divina says scientists hardly agree on anything. Well, I know it's okay. I know what you are. Yes, they do agree on many things, because it can be proven. Yes, Canadian Spider-Man. Yes. The real science pointed during the cough. The real science pointed towards applying a very different strategy than the governments did apply. And now these results are available to everyone. And yeah, it's I hate that I can't finish the sentences on that topic. Sus, I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah. No, it's not later. It's very early, actually. But anyway, Vanitas 35, I'll answer that question. How did I become a novelist? How can I do that? How can I write? Because I'm out in the woods all the time. I'm not out in the woods all the time. I am out in the woods every day, walking my dogs, and sometimes I, do an overnighter, and so on. But I don't live in the woods, and it's a little bit strange because people. I'm not saying that this applies to you, but people in general, they have a hard time understanding that even though that what you see in the videos is not the entirety of that person's life. So I mean, I'm in my office now, and this is where I do my writing, and I write every morning, and that's how I write my books. So it's that simple, really. Well, thank you, Laura. Yes, we do study English in school. I will say that most Norwegian people, they do speak English, but in a very not very advanced English. But for me, I kind of, I think language is easy for me, but also I've been I read most English books when I do my research because they're only available in English to them, and I make my videos in English. So yes, Kim, absolutely. Writing takes a lot out of a person. I would think getting out in nature refreshes and recharges you. Absolutely, absolutely. That's true, and yeah. So, but okay, I am going to end the live stream there. Thank you for joining. Happy Halloween, you know. If you're still up, obviously you are, since you're here in the chat. Those of you who are. We'll have to get back to the other questions in the next live stream, I guess. Thank you for joining. And again, happy Halloween. I will see you all very soon. And yes, do check out the video on the main channel, link in the video description, that I will upload tomorrow. So yes, okay. Have a nice evening. Bye.